Al-Shorf restaurant, Salem Al Mubarak in Kuwait, located at Al Salam Mall. These are the we would be reading some of them, preferably the newest, the ones that were related to the visit or at least the quote unquote family dinner of Chantal and Salah. I only gave one star because there was a very strange couple there who took pictures of us eating and prevented us from eating the food. Also, the smell and the noise from the Western woman made us sound like pig noise, and the food they eat was fly to our table. We are very disappointing that the restaurant staff did not complain and told them to stop taking pictures of people who do not want to be photographed in public, especially in the restaurant. Service is dine-in, meal-type dinner, quality dinari. Another review, delicious regional cuisine with a flair for the avant-garde. The Free Walrus show was an unexpected delight to our whole family. The creature was older and has seen better days, but my kids had so much fun throwing fish at her all night long. The owner said it has been flown in from Canada, and the young gentleman was hired to feed it nightly and spray it down with cologne. My husband ordered the fupa platter, seems like raw pizza dough, as he is vegan, but it still was served with cheese. Overall, a wonderful night out. Service is dine-in, meal type dinner, price per person, 20 Kuwaiti dinari. It also comes with a picture of the said walrus according to the description. And another review. The restaurant was very nice. Excellent quality food for a mall restaurant. I did not give the restaurant 5 stars because there was a super morbidly obese, unbathed Western woman wearing a large bedsheet as an abaya who was eating very loudly and continuously filming herself and her son. This definitely detracted from our enjoyment of the excellent meal. So, almost the same budget and service. The lady behind them was not happy about being filmed without consent. Chantal touts that these videos are in 4K now, and yet she can't see these poor people in the background trying to hide themselves. Is the diabetes finally eating up her eyesight? She could easily blur their faces in post, but she's too lazy. She is blinded by her own looks. Honestly, same. Her bathtub video almost burned my retinas off. She doesn't care. She is the center of the universe and everyone else is in her way. She thinks everyone wants to be filmed, be on YouTube, be publicized because that's what she wants. She can't imagine someone not wanting their own reality show. All the women wear hijabs and abayas. Sure, another lie. Isn't it illegal to film like that there? Fine, jails, or both. When has Chantal ever cared about others, even when it means she could go to prison? Disgusting. Here hoping she finally has some consequences. She just keeps shocking me with her selfishness. This poor woman. Illegal. Please let her find out what would be epic. So disrespectful. Chantal needs to. She has no respect for anyone or anything. Period. This is what happens when the two most inconsiderate people joined forces. I believe she threw a roll at them. It's an outrage. Wasn't it a video? She couldn't be bothered to edit this out or blur them if she didn't want to lose the bloody content. For fuck's sake, she's so worthless. She's insufferable. That poor woman. The animal abuser hated being filmed herself. Remember, she raged, but it's okay for her to film other people. It's against the law there to film anyone without the consent, but I forgot she thinks she's above the law. If I was in that restaurant, I'd walk up to her and tell her to stop fucking filming by shouting in her fat face. So rude. Poor lady just wants to live her life and eat something, and you got these two narcissistic, useless, inconsiderate slime balls fucking that up. Fuck, I hate them so much. She's such a selfish. See you next Thursday. Chantal, the disrespectful twat. This isn't the iPhone. It's the Samsung, right? Also, the woman is trying to hide her face. What inconsiderate buttheads. How can you sit there and edit your stupid video and not notice the multiple times people in the background had to cover their faces because they don't want to be seen in your video? How hard it is to blur out their faces. The food looks so good. Yummy. My only concern is the ladies in the table behind you didn't look too happy about possibly being on camera. They kept trying to cover their faces. We do try to avoid getting people on camera, but when filming in public, sometimes it is not possible entirely, unfortunately. Who wants to go to a nice restaurant and deal with that? Ridiculous and rude. I just want to know what everyone else is thinking when they see them, especially knowing the laws regarding filming in Kuwait. Once again, someone points out an issue to Chantal that would require her to be considerate of others, and she says, "Oh well, she's so rude. They don't have to film themselves. They can point the camera onto the table and do a voiceover if they make people so uncomfortable." It's literally illegal in Kuwait, so she is literally posting evidence of a crime. I really want some jail time bees to brighten up this boring arc. That would be amazing. I'd probably have to pick up watching reaction channels again. I'm gay, so when she did her all anti-LGBTQ plus post, I stopped watching reaction channels for the most part because it was just too negative. Her getting arrested in a country where she doesn't even know the language would be incredible, immaculate, life-changing even. The only downside is if she's in jail, she can't make videos and show us. But maybe Salad will go live to cry for donations for her legal expenses. Lol, what a bitch. She's basically saying, well, that's the problem. Not mine. I wish the restaurant owner would have told them to stop. How rude. This is not going to end well if they keep filming other people. Isn't it illegal? It is. Just government buildings. Filming in public is risky, but not necessarily illegal if it's not defamatory. Still, it's considered more invasive than filming in public in the West. So, a lot of security cam footage is more risky in Kuwait than the West. Yeah, that's messed up. She has no manners, no respect for others around her. She's absolutely self-serving, selfish, trash. What kind of barnyard were you raised in? How fucking rude was that? Ruining numerous people's time by being on edge, instead of being able to relax and enjoy their free time, while those two numpties are so selfish and into themselves to think of other people. It isn't easy to blur out their faces, but this woman who can't be bothered to wipe her own ass and was fine letting her cat suffer because she's so goddamn lazy. Why would she give a fuck about these women? Lol. When you're someone who's been editing as long as she has, yeah, it should be easy by now to blur out their faces or even put a sticker of someone sort over them. Lol. Some, not someone. That profile pic is hysterical, by the way. She wears glasses? I had no idea. She doesn't edit shit. Probably just uses her phone to cut clips. This woman puts no effort or work into anything. I'm just saying. Where's the surprise that she doesn't give a fuck about these people? Of course she doesn't care. This is Chantal we're talking about here. These two dummies are going to get kicked out soon. They're not Kuwaitis. So tasteless to watch these indifferent foreigners annoy the crap out of the locals without a care in the world for anything other than their cringy lame video. They want attention so badly, they are quite literally a public nuisance. Try to avoid getting people in the shot. I know you still suck at editing, but come on, you dolt. Blur their faces. Jesus effing Christ, she can never give a decent response to fucking anything. Try harder, you dumb bitch. God, I hate the sack of balls so much. It's considered extremely disrespectful and rude to record or take pictures in most Islamic settings, especially those frequented by women. Leave them alone, Chantal. The fact that she's like, oh well, it's hard not to record them if we're in public. Then don't. Your stupid little vlog isn't more important than their right to privacy and comfort. So annoying. That's the thing. It's not public. The streets are public, but restaurants or anywhere that adheres to hours of operation are actually private locations and should be treated as such. That's how it goes in Canada, and I imagine the Middle East is no different in that regard. It's so annoying to me because I remember when she hadn't reverted yet and people were asking her why she was wearing the hijab, and she said to be respectful of Salah's culture when the hijab has never been and will never be cultural wear. It's religious. It doesn't affect anyone in Kuwait if she chooses to wear it or not. But honoring a social rule as simple as not recording people does not affect others and is a pretty big thing across Islamic societies. It's- uh, she's just brushing over and he's partaking in. I don't even see it often here in the US. Not to mention it's illegal in Kuwait, but I just kept it at that because even here in the US, at Muslims, women parties, weddings, etc., they hate when you record. She doesn't respect the culture at all. Remember, Chantal hates women. Ding ding ding! Especially women of color whose culture she so badly wants to be a part of, but never will. Remember the fuss she made about Allah supposedly taking pics of her and Salah? He is and never will be one of them. She knows that. Fair enough to call her out, but what about him? It's his culture, and he's all in for this. Shame on him. Oh, don't even get me started. All I can say is they're perfect for each other, in the worst of ways. Seeing them cover their faces so viscerally cringe. The phrase secondhand embarrassment isn't even doing it right now. I'm nauseous. Remember in Cuba, one girl asked, "Are you recording me?" and asked her not to, and she did it still. So defiant. No wonder she makes enemies in every damn country she steps foot in. He's not religious, not saying he has to, but he's fine as a man. Get away with whatever. It'll Foodie that pays for this. She was in over her head. She lacked maturity. Lol, Arabs don't take kinda especially to men taking pictures of their wives, daughters, etc. She should pay, but so should he. Any decent man would come and slap that phone out of his hands and into a bowl of soup. Explains why men are constantly staring at them and say shit. At Kuwait News, at Kunaen, at Kuwait Mo, at ECCCD, this YouTuber named Foodie Beauty is in your country disrespecting all Kuwaitis. She doesn't care about your laws. Her temporary Syrian husband isn't on it too. She has a terrible reputation. That's why she left Canada. Investigate. She's filming people without their permission as well as insulting people online, which I thought was illegal in your country. It is also illegal. I looked it up. Huge fines for doing it. Someone needs to report her. This is why I 100% do not believe that they met with Salah's family. Maybe a younger brother, but definitely not his parents. If Chantal is anything, it's definitely disrespectful. These two are so cringe-worthy. They're just jealous of her being with Salah. Lol, that's her ammo anytime someone doesn't like what she says or does. This is just sickening. She has no respect for anyone. She really thinks she's above the rest of the world. The world doesn't revolve around you. This is so annoying. I value my privacy very much and would hate to be in some stranger's vlog. Chantal barely gets any real human interaction, so I'm sure she's clueless as to how people in real life behave and act. This is absolute cringe. A new level of stupid. Honestly, it's disrespectful and rude to record or take pictures of strangers, no matter where or who. Like, fuck off. That's unnecessary and wrong. Go somewhere else. But of course, this piece of shit has to prove she got a man who's willing to be seen in public with her.